Live from the sewers, this is the Turtle Power Podcast.
This is your audio source for all the news, reviews, and insight into the world of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
God, I love being a turtle!
Now join your hosts, Ryan, Alex,
Awesome!
and Darby.
Bossa Nova!
Bossa Nova?
Chevy Nova? Excellent!
Now it's time for the Turtle Power Podcast.
And welcome once again, everybody, to the Turtle Power Podcast, a special San Diego Comic-Con edition of the Turtle Power Podcast. If only one of us could have been there, guys. What's up with that? We've been wanting to be there forever, and what's going on?
You're the closest, so come on.
I am the closest. I'm also in a state where weed is legal, so don't expect me to do much ever. ever. By the way, for those of you joining in, I am Darby. With me, as always, is Alex. Alex, say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Alex. And then the one that we always blame for everything that goes wrong on the show, Ryan, our fearless leader.
Hey.
Before we dive any deeper into the content, it's funny you say that. I just wanted to applaud Ryan today because this is the first time we've gotten on and started recording in less than 15 minutes. Normally it's around a 30 to 45 minute ordeal with technical difficulties. Woo! I'm very impressed with you, Ryan.
Thank you.
I was going to say I was not ready to start as early as we did. Mm-hmm. I thought I at least had 10 more minutes.
Hey, it only took me like 3.5 years to figure this out, so.
Yeah.
God, is that how long we've been doing it for?
I think so.
Damn. It only took us 3 years to get Kevin Eastman on. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Considering we don't go to like any cons really for the most part, and we haven't really. Yeah, I mean that's not bad.
No, we rely.
MegaCon
on
in
our
Orlando a couple years back.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
that counts. Ryan lives in Orlando.
Right? Yeah, Ryan doesn't have any excuse. There's like a con every week over there.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Big hotel every week. It's Ninja Turtle action that Ryan just chooses not to partake in.
Oh, by the way, Carrie Fisher is going to be at the Tampa Bay Comic Con.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We'll talk, Alex.
Ryan's going to wear his metal bikini for the Carrie Fisher occasion.
God, he's going to wear that this Friday when I go over there. That's what he's going to do.
Yes. Yes.
You gonna take your Luke Skywalker gear, Alex, and your lightsaber over to
No, absolutely not. I'm doing, obviously, I don't have a six pack like I used to at one point, and believe it or not, I did. So I think I'm going to play the role of Jabba in this particular scenario. So I'm going to hold the chain.
I'll be Han. That's fine.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I guess we can, we can both give it to him, I suppose.
Right. Yeah, hey guys, do you guys remember when we actually used to do mutated messages on the show?
No, was that a thing at some point?
I think it was. It was Ryan's idea, I think, to not do it anymore because he took so long to set up. That
yeah, it makes sense.
We always just ran too long because of Ryan's technical difficulties.
Always my fault.
So today, we're going to do something different. One, we're actually going to do the mutated messages, but two, we're actually going to start with them instead of just waiting to the end to do it because we've got a lot to get into with those.
Please, a moment to reflect.
So I'm going to let Ryan start this one off for us since I'm a little rusty. It's been like 4 months since we've done mutated messages.
Excuse me.
And thank you, Alex, for the contribution on that one.
Absolutely.
Is it sad that I knew that was you, though?
No, not at all. Not at all. I actually take it as a compliment, if anything. So
I think Ryan's are more bellowing, more deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got more lung capacity, I think.
Well, I'm sick, so
that's true.
Yeah.
That would explain it. All right, Ryan, do you want to jump us in here with Mutated Messages?
Yeah, so we, like you mentioned, we do have a bunch, and this has kind of been collecting over the last couple months, so we did want to get to these because, we really do care a lot that you, the listeners, have been writing in, so, we'll just kind of work through the list here. Even if we don't get to absolutely everything that we've gotten, I guarantee you all that we have read everything. So please keep sending in all of your feedback to us. So I guess just to start off, we've got a couple of YouTube videos that some of our listeners have sent in. Let's see, Larry at Bookworm Painter. You remember him? He's long-time
listener.
Yeah, long-time listener. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. He wanted to let us know that his friend does some retro game reviews, and he just did TMNT. So,
I watched. Pretty good. I definitely suggest going to see it. I guess we'll have the link in the show notes, right?
Absolutely.
Did you say that already? I'm not really listening to you.
Nothing different there.
It's okay. Nobody else is either.
Humberto Montoya, again, longtime listener.
It's Humberto.
Was it the Portuguese Man of War in WWE?
I think it might have been. Wow, man,
that's amazing.
Let us know if you are in fact the Portuguese Man of War.
Oh, please.
It's Alberto Montoya.
Well, you never know.
Alberto Del Rio. Anyway,
it wasn't even close to him.
He sent us in a couple of reviews that he's done. He's got some great toy and action figure reviews on YouTube. He's done a review of the Nick Turtles 2015 Party Wagon, and also a review of the 2K3 Turtles Battle Shell. So we'll have links to those in the show notes as well.
Yeah, they look and sound really good.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good quality is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. Yeah. Alex, you can take the next one.
Oh, I can? Okay. All right, so Jason Madden at @thereal_JMad. I guess he found some childhood comics in his parents' basement, which is always a good time. I think we've all found those, or our parents have called us saying that we found a box of your crap. So he found a bunch of old comics, and I was looking through them. Actually, I have a few of the comics that he found, but it was pretty sweet. It's a nice little stockpile that he found. That's always a good time.
Yeah, he's got some Volume 1 and some Archie Adventures in there. So
yeah, which Archie Adventures, meh, but I mean, as a kid, I'm sure that was amazing.
I actually see he's got Soul's Winter.
He does.
There, which we just talked about that. Maybe a few months ago, maybe about 6 months ago, where IDW re-released Soul's Winter in color. So got it in my hands right here.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, I have one too.
Yeah. Next guy we got, or maybe gal, I'm not sure. It's at BusTopcast, so that's BUSSTOPCAST for those who don't know what I'm saying. I'm very nasally right now, so I just want to make sure I'm covering all my.
I appreciate all the answers.
Yeah. Anyway, shared 25 kick-ass Ninja Turtle tattoos, and if you haven't looked through them, they're so killer. I've been wanting to get a turtle tattoo for some time now.
What are you gonna get?
Who am I gonna get, or what am I gonna get?
Well, he's gonna get.
We all know who. What?
He's gonna get Leonardo, but he's gonna get it with the red bandana because then it looks like Raph, so it's cooler.
Are you gonna get Leo just plowing Raph from behind?
Damn it!
That's gonna be a full back piece. Is what that's gonna be.
No. Here's what you do: you put Leo on one hand and Raph on the other one, and then you just bang your hands together over and over and over. There you go.
Fantastic. No, that's not what I plan on getting. But I have been terrible. I've been trying to talk Ryan into getting a tattoo to kind of taint his skin a little bit, but he's just not for it.
See, you keep talking about putting a tattoo on my taint. I just don't think that's a good idea. Nobody's gonna see it.
Well, I mean, you could put a bow staff right down the middle.
Nice brown one, huh? Nice long brown one.
Oh, that was good.
Didn't take long, folks. We are only 9 minutes and 30 seconds into the episode. We've
in high
Gone
school
way off
was
the tracks.
Python. I feel like that should be noted. Ryan's nickname in high school was Python.
Yes,
It was
Python,
his volleyball shirt and
Ocha.
everything.
Yep.
The guy's well endowed, is what we're trying to say.
It's official now that it's out in the internet, so I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don Tells not the only one with a bow staff.
Oh man.
All right, Dabby, you can take the next one from Justin M.
Oh, at the Collector 22. Yeah, they recently posted on Instagram their latest TMNT commission. I pulled it up here in a sec. Yes, at Katie Can Draw on Instagram. Pretty adorable drawing, I'm not going to lie, of the 4 Ninja Turtles. I'm going to say cutesily, not even attacking, but like on their way to Bebop and Rocksteady, who Bebop is letting out a lowercase eek as the Turtles are approaching. And Rocksteady looks like he just has no idea where he is right now, while his eyeballs look...
He almost looks like he should be in Invader Zim with the eyeballs that he has, right?
Does. In fact, the animation style really does it. Yeah, he's looking a lot like Gurr, if you would.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what's the G stand for? I don't know. Those were his words.
Yeah.
And we got one from MikeyTron300 saying it'd be cool if we, as in us, checked out his YouTube channel where he has tons of TMNT animation vids, and he's coming out with a series later this month. Granted, we haven't done this for about 4 months, so it's probably out by now. Have you guys checked this out yet?
This MikeyTron 300, huh? What is it? What did you say it was? Let's see.
Anyway,
I'm clicking it to see if I had seen it before. Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
He's got a whole channel. Yep.
And apparently, we have a fan named Alex who's very upset with us. Alex, I hope I'm saying this right, Cancio on Facebook, was very disappointed. He says, I was that fan who showed disappointment that you didn't know who the horned action figure was. You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Knew who, but you know what? We call ourselves on it all the time. We don't claim to know everything about TMNT. That's why you guys send us messages and tell us. Like, we give you all the information we can, and then should we slip up, that's where you guys give us the information. It's a give and take situation. But apparently, his name was Savanti Romero, and he was in the Mirage comics and in 1 or 2 episodes of the 2K3 series. Also, Alex was just joking about the disappointment. He loves our podcast, and apparently he is a new listener.
Oh, hey.
So who wants to take this next one?
I'll take it.
Anyone?
All right. Well, actually, there's one more that you skipped over that I want to mention right quick. Jacob Harmon over at Jake Harms.
Oh yeah.
Longtime listener.
Mm-hmm.
He this is actually pretty interesting, and I had to do some research on it. He says, whenever I read TMNT comics, I read Splinter with Sonny Chiba's voice. # no regrets.
That's fantastic.
So I totally forgot who Sonny Chiba was, and so I had to do some research and then realized. So yeah,
Who is it?
No,
All those who don't know.
He's a famous Japanese actor. I think he's done a lot of stuff like over in Japan. I think he was like a singer and stuff like that. Kind of like
Kill Bill as well.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, kind of like Jackie Chan is, right? Yeah,
Except Japanese.
Right.
Every
Japanese.
American will know him as Hattori Hanzo, right?
There you
right?
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Thank you, Alex, for putting that in perspective.
Yeah.
What?
Ryan always likes to go like the weirdest route with things, and it's like, look, man, Hattori Hanzo.
Well,
all you had to
he's got a much larger career than just Kill Bill.
Oh yeah,
fine,
but I mean in the
guess all
States.
American audiences know him.
Sure.
Yeah, in the States, I mean, nobody's gonna know. This guy's been doing like movies since I don't know, like the 50s. I mean, you know,
He was also in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, but Kill Bill. That's where it's
one of the
most
few
people are gonna-
good things about that movie.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever. Han was awesome in that movie. And you know it.
I said
Han
one of
is
the
like
few.
the
I didn't
best
say the
member
only.
of
I
that
said
crew.
one of the few.
Han is like the best member of Vin Diesel's crew. I'm gonna say it right now.
Well, he
He was. He was the best.
Was.
Come on, dude. That guy didn't care. He lost the love of his life, and he just sat there and ate chips all day and raced. He didn't care. I'm a millionaire, whatever. I, on the other hand, see, I read Splinter in Kevin Clash's voice.
Mhm.
That's me. Who do you guys read him as?
I don't know if I put a voice to him. If I were to put a voice to him, I guess it would probably be Kevin Clash. It wouldn't be Sonny Chiba.
Kevin Clash does come up for me. Yeah. It's either Kevin Clash or the 2K3 Splinter.
Really? Not the original series.
No. No.
Sounds so happy about that.
No,
What?
The original animated series that was so cartoony that you can't really compare it easily to anything else, right? It was such a diversion from all the other versions of the Turtles. If you're talking, comics,
They
other
were trying to
movies.
sell toys to kids, so they
Sure.
had to make a kid-friendly cartoon.
So with the seriousness, I guess, for lack of a better term, of all the other versions of the Turtles, it's hard to go back to the voices of the original animated series because there's that tone difference. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Sure. Moving
Sure,
on. Anyway. All right. So this is from J. Allen Jackson.
Okay.
He is,
So can we summarize
there we
this one?
go.
yes, we're not going to read the whole thing. We're not
Okay,
gonna read the whole
because
thing.
the guy just, for the most part, he had a lot of good things to say.
Yeah,
right?
so this is at the word official. That's the WURDOFFISHAL.
Yeah, maybe if it wasn't available under the correct spelling, maybe you should have just gone with something else. But that's just me.
It means something to him.
Anyway,
Maybe it does. I
no,
don't know.
hey, so this was a long email that we're not going to read the whole thing, but he kind of took us to task on a few things, and
Yeah, Alex.
mostly Alex. Yeah, he really doesn't like Alex.
Poking Alex.
Oh, side note. Time out, guys. Time out. So Peter Renaday, who did the voice for Splinter in the
Yes.
Original
There
cartoon
we
series,
go.
did you know
Sure.
that he did the voice for Mulan? I thought that was a girl.
What?
Yeah.
I'm choosing
No,
not to
it
believe
was a
it.
girl. Never mind. I was looking it up, and IMDb is just screwing me over right now. Never mind. I don't even know what he did. Let's just move on. Okay. Damn you, internet! You failed me.
Pat Morita was in Mulan, and George Takei.
I know George Takei was. He was one of the
Actually,
actresses,
it's Takei.
but-
because Takei
whatever.
is gay.
Look, let's not get into that, shall we?
Like that.
I say Takei, you say Takei.
He said it's Takei because Takei is gay. That's what he said.
It's okay to be Takei. Come on.
Yeah.
I understand it's okay to be Takei. He can be Takei all he wants. That's fine. I'm saying it's Takei because that's how I pronounce it. It's like tomato. You know what?
Except
Fine.
nobody actually calls it tomato.
Seriously, I've yet to hear anybody ever call it that.
I've heard tomato several times.
Anyway, going back, Alan basically he wanted to let us know that he wasn't very happy with when
With
we
Darby for
were
whatever
down
reason.
on certain aspects of the Turtles, right? He talks about like basically the movie
Yeah.
and how
Negative we are.
negative. Yeah. Well, so basically, my response is that we are not going to sugarcoat our opinions, right? We're not paid to do this. This is our opinions as Turtle fans. And while there are some great aspects of the Turtles, we all know that there are some not so great aspects of the Turtles.
All right, can I? All right, can I say something?
Yes.
Can I just okay? So he's exactly what's wrong with America, right? I mean, can we agree with that?
Wow.
No, seriously. No, seriously. I mean, let's look. And I'm not going to get too political or anything because this is not what the show's about. But look, all right, all I'm hearing about and all I'm reading and all of this is just oversensitive BS, right? It's like, oh, this, oh, that. I don't like the new Joker. I don't like the new Harley. I don't like... Okay, now he's doing it with us, right? We didn't like the movie. Fair enough. We have a right not to like the movie. We didn't like the movie from the get-go. Why? Because we got the leaked script. We read it, and it sucked, okay?
That wasn't that script was actually worse than the one that they actually used.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I think that might have been better. It actually had story.
Well, certain elements of it may have been better. I think as a whole, though, I think it would have been worse. But regardless, like, I have a right to voice my opinion, and let's just be serious, okay? So he took a personal jab at me. It's that simple, okay? So that's why I'm talking, and that's why I'm cutting Ryan off. Not because Ryan was being long-winded or anything, even though he normally is, but I love him for it. It's because this guy took a personal jab. I guess maybe not super personal, but he's mad because I make childish sex jokes or I'm hating on something.
Oh.
And so on and so forth. Yeah, guess what? I'm not going to change who I am. We all make childish sex jokes. Are you kidding me? That's who we are. If you don't like it, then just like you said in the bottom, if I get mad while listening, then I'll just have to stop listening again. And you can stop listening, bro, because I'm not going to stop just because of you. And if other people don't like it, that they can stop listening as well. I'm not encouraging people to stop listening by any means. What I'm saying is that I'm not going to stop being who I am because you're not enjoying it. I'm not getting paid to do this. Well, none of us, as Ryan said, none of us are getting paid to do this. We're doing this because we have a passion for the Turtles. We love the Turtleverse, right? We have fun doing it, right? It's 2 or 3 hours out of our day where we can spend and just kind of talk about BS that we don't get to talk about with everybody that we know or anybody else.
Also, a movie that gets 21% on Rotten Tomatoes deserves to be crapped on. Just it's all over. Just all up on the walls and everything.
Okay, so to take it in the complete 180 other direction, we also got a message from Jonathan Wilson. He says,
and this is why I do it. Like, this was
very simply, he just says, "Hey guys, I just wanted to thank you for making me smile, even when I'm having a bad day."
Yeah. Which is awesome. Like, that's the reason I muster up 2 hours a month to talk to you guys.
Musters up.
Takes its toll on me. My God. And it's like, why do I keep doing this? And then guys like Jonathan Wilson send us messages like this. I'm like, you know what? That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
So, thank you, Jonathan. Yes. And thank you, Alan. No, either way, we appreciate the feedback either way. And
look, we appreciate criticism.
Yes.
Right?
And it gives us an option or an ability to say why we say what we say. We describe why do we have these opinions? Why do we talk about this stuff? Well, it's because this is the way we feel, and we're not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah. Like, we didn't say it during the interview, but come on, Kevin. I mean, that movie sucked. I'm sorry. We just did it.
Well, he is getting paid. That's the difference.
He is paid. The joke's on us.
On the first movie, he was definitely getting... He's not associated with the second movie at all, I don't think. I don't think he's associated with the second movie at all. The first one, he absolutely was.
Well, we'll get into the movie news soon enough, because it's pretty exciting. I'm actually excited for this one. Is that okay with you, Alan? Can I be excited with this one? Is that fine?
Hey, as long as Sheamus... I just want Sheamus to bro kick the crap out of Mikey. Out of nowhere, please.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Absolutely gonna happen.
All right, Alex, you can take the next one from Tiger Claw.
Oh yeah, Tiger Claw. Everybody knows Tiger Claw. If you don't know Tiger Claw, then you don't know.
You're not a TMNT fan.
At Tiger Claw 305 on Twitter.
Yeah. Anyway, he said, I wonder if you guys will ever do a review of the first issue of the Mutanimals miniseries from IDW. I will when I catch up. But in the meantime, and so. I don't know.
So, in the meantime, go ahead and read what Josh has to say.
Oh, good old Josh Denton. So, our friend from the land down under, and he's one of my faves. He said, "How's it, boys? I just want to say, again, last episode was one of the best. I feel bad because Alex wasn't there. It's okay, buddy. But the casual...
Wait.
Yeah.
He did say that last episode was one of the best, even though... Yeah. And it might have been because Alex wasn't there.
Hey,
oh!
That's all right, Darby. You can go fuck yourself. So, but the casual, natural flow and banter was excellent. It felt so much more like a conversation. I listened to 2 other TMNT podcasts, but yours was the first. My main one, and... And I've been following since the beginning. The rabbit holes you fell down the last episode, the shit stirring, I hope the term translates, it does, and Relax Vibe was excellent. This is now the episode I recommend people to listen to if they are jumping on. Anyway, enough ass kissing. I just finished Mutanimals #1. I'm a mail order guy, so sorry, I just thought mail order bride. I'm a mail order guy, so my comics turn up at the end of the month. Wow, what an awesome book. That one scene where the mutagen man... Oh, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert if you haven't read it yet, I guess. That one scene where mutagen man wanted to be rescued. Deep and dark, but just worked. Keep up the great work, and Ryan, hit me up whenever you're down here, which apparently you didn't, or did?
We did, yeah. You just couldn't work it out again.
But Ryan just couldn't make it work as per the usual. Bastard.
By the way, speaking of the Mutanimals, have you guys seen... you don't have to read the new issue, but have you seen the shots from the latest issues where Slash is fighting Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yeah.
Bebop has a chainsaw and Rocksteady has a sledgehammer, and it's just epic.
Orgasmic, for sure.
Oh my god, yeah.
The only thing that I'm not a super fan of is the artwork, but it's just the style. You know, like everybody's got a different style.
The one that I've been complaining about for a while.
Yeah. It's you just get used to it, I guess. But
we'll talk about it. We'll there's a certain art style that the Turtles are being drawn in that I'm definitely going to get into. Yep. So we'll get into that later with the Comic-Con stuff.
Sounds good.
I know what you're talking about.
Derek, you can take the next one from Tim. Or I guess I should.
Ryan?
I guess I should.
You?
Yeah.
Why don't you do that, Ryan?
So Tim, he and I met at Star Wars Celebration, and it was he also sent us a message and said he finally listened to the Kevin Eastman interview. It was great, short but sweet. Glad Darby got to ask about Daredevil. And dude, so I have all caught up, or I am all caught up on Daredevil. That's no joke, man. That series is freaking fantastic.
Do you now see why I had to ask Kevin about Daredevil?
Absolutely. That series... Anybody out there that's a Turtles fan, Daredevil is where it's at. Like,
I told you, dude,
you're gonna feel.
Guys watch it, and I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. I have to ask Kevin about Daredevil because he's a huge Daredevil fan.
And
this needs to be talked about.
It's Frank Miller Daredevil on screen, and remember that's where the Turtles came from. You know, that was the direct influence of the Turtles. So you feel that early '90s, early '80s Mirage Turtles in that series. Like I fully expect. To see as Matt Murdock is jumping around the rooftops of New York to see freaking Leonardo and Raphael flipping over another rooftop. Like it's so awesome, so awesome.
Yeah, I only dressed up as him for the Denver Comic-Con out here, so take that for what it's worth.
Now, did you do Red Daredevil or Black Daredevil?
I did Black Daredevil. I did the Daredevil from the show.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
it's a good look. It's a good look, even the basic. So.
Oh, dude, it cost me $10. I had to buy one thing because I apparently already had everything else for the costume.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, now you can take the next one.
Who?
Let's do Darby.
We have names.
All right, there's two of us on the phone, and Ryan's like, yeah, you go. Anyway. Matthias J. Wait, it's not that Matthias, is it? No, okay, good. Not shit. Matthias J. at Matthias_J at Team NT Podcast. Dudes, I've been binge listening to your podcast for the last week. Can't find any talk of the 90s of the 90 movie Figs out last year. Oh, the figurines. Yes, there it is. At Team NT Podcast. Awesome. I might not be that far into it yet. Keep up the good work, fellas. By far the best Team NT podcast.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, Josh, all those other ones you're listening to, suck it because, we're the best. Luke Ryan at Readers91 at Tim and T. Kudos to the Eastman interview. Epic stuff, guys. Now to the next crusade, which I feel is something that needs to be done. I feel it because he says the next crusade should be Mr. Amell, Mr. Man Crush Monday. Yeah, that's right. Casey Jones himself. And I'm not going to lie. The dude posted some videos on his Stephen Amell posted some stuff on his social networking, just videos of him in the Aerocast just joking around, having a good time. The dude is funny as hell.
Dude's great. You saw him on Comic-Con when he showed up as Arrow. It was fantastic. Yeah. Guy's just awesome.
At Amellywood, by the way. Anybody want to start bombarding him to begin this next crusade led by Luke Ryan at Breeders91? At Amellywood for Stephen Amell. I'm sure you can just Google it, and it'll be the first thing that pops up.
I know you're busy and all with season 4, etc., but let's give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, and season 3, come on, Steven, that ending was crap. Don't even justify that. I'm sorry, Felicity is not that hot. Anyway.
Whoa, time out.
No, she's not.
On, that's a red card, bro. Come on, get out of here.
Just hang up.
Just hang up right now.
You know why? Because your shtick is old, okay? She's the social nerdy girl that's like, oh God, I say awkward things at awkward times. Oh, I would kiss you if I could take off this Atom suit if I knew how to, even though I just put it on and flew and piloted it perfectly to save you. Yeah,
so
okay.
You're saying she's unattractive because of the role that she plays, or because she's just
if Arrow is going to not be Arrow anymore because he wants to be with Felicity, then just episode 1 of season 4, kill her off. I'll be completely happy with that.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you? No, absolutely not.
And that's the thing. Everyone who shows up on Arrow is like, oh my God, I'm in love with Felicity. Really?
Yeah,
There's no other attraction on that show.
No. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that. Nobody is saying that.
Girl.
You're such a Felicity hater. Absolutely not.
Alex is an avatar for nerdy girls who want all of the superheroes to be in love with her. That's what she is, and that's why all the superheroes fall in love with her.
Who cares? She's still attractive, is she not?
She is attractive.
Then that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Therefore, your point is valid. You just lost in court. Bam. Get out of my face.
Actress is attractive. I will fight you. I will. It'll be hilarious. Be like the shortest
I get the role. The role was ever present from day one. That's not the point. Is she's still attractive? She's an attractive female. That's that simple.
City character. Anyway, movie talk. John Bernardo.
Actually, let Alex take these 3 because he's excited for the new movie.
Oh, I get to take these.
Take the next 3.
No, well, how about we? No, okay, whatever. That's fine. All right, so John Bernardo at Johnny Dreamer 87 at Tiger Claw. Oh wait, John Bernardo at Johnny. See, this is why you threw me off. Artie. His name's not Artie. His name's Darby.
He tweeted at all of us. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, new Shredder, new Karai, basically starting from scratch villain wise, as long as they know what to do. This means Karai. So I guess this is a conversation that Tiger Claw had with Johnny Dreamer.
And us,
So this means Karai will have a bigger role. I hope we see her fight Leonardo. Hashtag TMNT2. So, yeah.
And then Josh.
It's official. They retconned the entire first movie. So
that's exactly how I was feeling too.
Yeah,
I'm actually okay with that.
Absolutely. Why? Yeah, I would be completely okay with that. New Shredder, new Karai, Shredder actually playing a role. How about that? That'd be fantastic.
Right. Instead of being a bunch of reshoots.
Yeah. Awful reshoots at that. Just awful reshoots at that. But yeah, I'd like to see Karai. If Karai Leo face off would be fantastic.
Foot soldiers? Actual foot soldiers?
Actual foot soldiers without, semi-automatic and automatic weapons. That'd be fantastic.
They are called soldiers.
They're ninjas.
We know this. Everyone knows this but Michael Bay. Have you not figured that out yet?
Yeah.
We'll actually see fighting scenes, like actual martial arts scenes is what I'm hoping
Instead of
for.
just flashes in a subway.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't even see the turtles at all.
Instead of Transformers. Yeah, that's the goal.
I'll take the next one. So we got an email. It's I guess from Anonymous because there was actually no name on the email, but you want to let us know and say, hey, I saw on Peter Lair's blog that you had a PDF of his unpublished Volume 4, Issue 32. Would love a copy and anything else you might have, especially stuff that wasn't really available in stores. Thanks a ton.
First of all, this needs to be addressed. We're on Peter Laird's blog.
I posted on there in the comments.
Oh, I thought Peter.
Yeah.
Damn it, Ryan.
Yeah. He says, I've been really enjoying the podcast. Great job. I've been having a really hard time to find back issues of Volume 4. Stopped buying a few years back when my local shop stopped selling them and forgot all about it until recently. I'm with you guys on the new movie. Sad because the last animated one was great. Totally agree. I can't believe how expensive the 2K3 episodes are to buy on DVD as well. Again, totally agree. And glad the IDW series is so good. Keep up the good work. Man, you're you're right down the same aisle as we are as far as opinions go. That's for sure.
Yeah, sure.
And then he said, I saw issues 29 and 30 on the blog on the Mirage website. Are there any other issues available? So basically I want to talk about this right quick. So Peter Laird does have his own blog. It's palblog.blogspot.com, I believe. In addition to that, they also still have the Mirage website, and you can still order back issues of a lot of old Mirage comics. They're still available on there, and so I did send him a Volume 4 issue 32 that was a digital version as PDF because Peter gave out the whole thing, but he gave it out as individual photos. So I had taken all the photos of all the pages and lumped them together as a PDF. So sent that out. So anybody else that wants it, just let us know. He also sent us.
Subscribe if you want a copy of that. That'd be great.
He also sent us a Donny Osmond update. You guys remember when we talked about this? So on his blog, Peter Laird's. Oh, it's actually Peter Laird's tmntblog.blogspot.com. That's Peter's blog. And somebody, Ezra Taylor, said, Donny Osmond has been saying that you and Kevin named Donatello after him. Is there any truth to his statement? And then included the link that we had. So Peter responded, no. The idea that we named Donatello after Donny Osmond is ridiculous. So, I think we can put this one to rest.
I think we put it to rest.
I don't think it ever had life.
Full of it. So,
Donny Osmond. Let me just tell you how much I hate the Osmond family altogether.
Alex, you're so negative.
I hate everything, apparently. I think maybe Alan was right. Maybe I'm having I don't know, just a moment of clarity here. But no, they're awful people. They're awful people, and they just don't deserve to be anywhere in life. Anyway, moving on.
Well, one last thing. At TMNT fan 397 tweeted us in Tiger Claw and said she really wants to be in TMNT 2 and wants to play as Leonardo's girlfriend.
Oh,
yeah, and also the bikes are also cool. They are cool.
She better show up wearing a Catholic schoolgirl uniform if she wants to get anywhere.
Jeez,
Yep.
It's sad but true.
Not the kind you buy here. The kind you buy in Japan.
Oh yeah, probably.
Are they Catholic in Japan?
No, but
there are Catholics in Japan. Oh, come on.
They cosplay as them. That's all.
That's true.
They cosplay as Catholics.
Cosplay. Wow.
Did you offend that place you were at once because we've never been? Sorry. Ryan can't joke about the Japanese anymore because he has been there. Okay. Sorry.
I was just talking about my Japanese trip.
Shut the hell up. God.
Oh, I'm surprised you weren't talking about your Australian trip.
I know. I'd talk about that like every day.
All of them. Not just one.
Your Hawaii trip. Or,
Right. Frickin' guy. Ugh.
Well, I believe that's it for Mutated Messages.
Yeah, we're caught up.
4 months to do one.
So that means it's time. Start sending them back in. We promise we'll get you on the show, and if we don't get you on the show, we'll definitely at least read it and try to get back to you on.
We're not waiting 4 months again, guys. So we're not going to do that.
So,
if we need to start with him again, we'll start with him.
I like starting with him.
I kind of do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have no opinion one way or the other.
Yeah, that's
you
typical.
normally don't. So it is time for getting into the news.
April O'Neil, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
So if anybody, actually, let's go ahead and put that out there. If any of our listeners were at Comic-Con, at San Diego Comic-Con, it's the real Comic-Con. Can we all agree on this?
No.
What? If you
it's
say
a Comic-Con, it's a
a
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
it is
It's
the
not-
original Comic-Con.
Don't say it's the real one. They're all real ones.
yeah,
they
but
all
it's the
actually
original
exist.
one.
The Comic-Con probably happened in somebody's garage. Look, no, you can't just say that it's no. It's a Comic-Con. It's one of several hundred that happen a year.
But if somebody just
Here's-
says, "I'm
the
going
biggest
to
argument.
Comic-Con,"
I would ask, oh, which one?
Yeah, because the one in New York's pretty freaking big.
it is.
The one in Tampa is actually growing exponentially. I mean, to get
The one in Orlando is only called MegaCon.
MegaCon.
And I've been. It is ginormous.
Yeah, man, come on. Like,
All right.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was thinking that the other day. It's like, man, San Diego Comic-Con, and rightfully so. I mean, it's a huge event, but it gets so much more press than any of the others, and obviously it's because it's all the major releases, all the inside information you're going to find there. But I mean, you can't just throw away all the other cons. They're so important, so vital.
The problem I have with it, I'll tell you right now, because I saw, it was one of those trending topics, and it actually said something like San Diego Comic and Pop Culture Con.
Yeah.
And I wanted to punch through my computer when I read that.
And
because this shit is what pisses me off, because I grew up getting made fun of for being interested in this shit, and now it's pop culture.
Yeah, well, that happens. I mean, but on the plus side, you got to look at it two ways. There's two ways to look at this. The people who are growing up now, though, that had that had the same ideas and grew up liking the same things that we do now. Obviously, it's a little different in this generation, but they don't have to grow up with those problems, and that's pretty sweet, man. That's pretty awesome.
No,
so
I concur.
I mean, just look at it that way. I mean, yeah, it does suck that looking back at it now. I mean, I didn't have those same problems, but I know plenty of people.
The only cool thing about it being pop culture is that I am the cool uncle when it comes to my nephews, because I'm in the same shit that they're in. That's
Absolutely. But hey, the San Diego Comic-Con is more popular than the Chargers, so there's that.
A lot of things in San Diego are more popular than the
So out in San Diego, though, if you were out there, let us know. Let us know how it went. Let us know your opinion, your experience. Let us know if you were able to get over to Kevin Eastman's gallery opening, the IDW Art Gallery that opened up out there. So, and then I know in addition, Kevin Eastman is going to have a new MMA comic book coming out. So that's pretty interesting. But there was so much news. Let's let's just get into some video game news here.
This is practically no news, though. I mean,
so as a I guess as a catch up, remember when we had the question about this HeroClix stuff?
that was that board tabletop game thing.
Yeah.
whatever it was? Yeah.
So
Dice
Models
game.
Workshop After Hours Podcast. That's at MWAH Podcast on Twitter. They actually listened to the show, and they said, you've not heard of HeroClix? Really? It's huge. It's a collectible tabletop miniature game. The minis and die are separate. Okay, so there you go.
It's a big deal.
Okay, Darby, you can back me up on this. where we grew up, tabletop gaming was just not really a thing, right?
They were called board games.
We had board games. We
They're
had
part cheesy.
we had part cheesy. We had Monopoly.
We had. I remember we had. What was it? We had Sorry. We had Trouble. We had Mousetrap. I had the Jurassic Park board game.
Yeah, you did.
Whoa.
It was awesome.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Not gonna lie, it was pretty awesome.
Monopoly, chess,
Yeah,
checkers, that kind of
Monopoly.
stuff. We never had like tabletop gaming. It was just not a thing. I don't know why.
I mean, I played D&D. That was the closest thing to tabletop.
It's kind of funny that with
I played Magic the
technology,
Gathering, which is kind of
board
like
gaming is
tabletop.
becoming
You would.
popular. You would think it would have been tabletop gaming would be more popular when technology didn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
It's
Othello,
huge in
I was
Gainesville.
great. I remember beating the crap out of Ryan at Othello one time, and then he never played me again because I beat the crap out of him so
Wait,
badly.
is that the game with the black and white?
Yes, the black and
Yeah.
white chips.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ryan's like, damn it.
yeah, it is bigger in Gainesville. You're right, Alex.
It's huge in Gainesville. It's huge in Gainesville.
There's nothing to do in Gainesville but tabletop game and watch
Oh.
the Gators play football.
Well, no,
Basketball.
Gator baseball, Gator softball, Gator
Okay, I'll
gymnastics.
give softball because they actually won the national
Basketball.
championship in that one. That's just-
Loud-
Yeah, well,
loud-
they made the
Go
College
watch.
World Series in baseball. I mean, they didn't do anything,
Yeah,
but I mean, they made it to it.
Okay, now, don't act like you actually went to softball games. Don't
Absolutely did.
gymnastic meets. Okay.
I didn't go to. I have no interest in those. But I'm just saying, people go to watch them. They're very popular sports here.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's just that simple. You know,
that's fine.
it is what it is. Okay.
And
All right.
go to Florida State. They're very good at having their quarterbacks beat the crap out of women at bars. Oh, I had to say it.
Yep. This is so true. You know, and then this bastard gets to go on Good Morning America.
Who cares? Anyway, video game news.
Trashy ass son of a bitch.
So there's a. So Darby, do you still have your 3DS, or do you have a 3DS?
Yeah, it's around here somewhere. I just haven't had a reason to play it ever.
Well, you're gonna have a chance to play some Turtle games coming out on 3DS. There's a special 2-pack coming. It's gonna be the Ninja Turtles game that came out. Gosh, was that a year ago? And the Danger of the Ooze, actually, which is the iOS game, I believe, right? So,
Speaking of DS, Satoru Iwata, I guess we should probably have a moment of silence or condolences for him. So, president of Nintendo, who passed away.
yeah.
So, yeah, just want to.
How crappy would it be if the last thing he ever did was make this special? The last thing he ever did for Nintendo was, I will put these two Ninja Turtle games together, and we'll make a deal out of it, and then that was it.
I don't think that was his last thing.
I don't think so
I
either,
hope-
but yeah, that would absolutely suck. These they just look awful. I would not spend any money on any of these.
Well, it's what was the price on this? It's like 30.
Is it free? Is it free?
It's not
It's
free.
No, then I'm not
Fine.
getting it.
It's too much. Yeah, it's $30.
It's too much money. That's
like
way too much money.
$35 too much.
Just wait for it to be in the Walmart
$5.
bargain bin. It'll be
You
fine.
have to give me $5 to take it off your hands and play it.
Well, it's going to be releasing on November 3rd for the 3DS. So,
Cool. Party bonus.
Good.
so I guess our first news coming out of Comic-Con was this one came out of nowhere. IDW Games to adapt the TMNT into big box adventure board game.
Board games again.
This is exciting. So
It is.
They've got a whole press release and everything. Kevin is helping with the development of the game. TMNT has 30 years of history, and we plan on tapping into all of it with this game. That was IDW's Director of Business Development, Jerry Bennington. Whether you've been a fan since the beginning or you're just starting to realize how special these characters are, this game is a great way to dive into the sewers and start exploring. So this is really exciting. Like I said, Kevin Eastman is going to have input. Bobby Curnow, of course, former guest of the show, and he's the, by the way, editor of the Turtles. IDW series, and Tom Waltz, of course, Kevin's right hand man on the series. It's going to be designed by Mr. Kevin Wilson, and debuting in early 2016. So
I'll be picking that up.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely.
Even if I don't play it,
I need friends in order to play board games. So
we can do. You know what, Darby? We'll have to do like a Skype game.
that is the most pitiful thing I've ever heard in my
We'll
life.
have to do it. We'll have to make it work out.
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. On Skype, I'm just gonna cheat. Like, ridiculously cheat.
I rolled.
No, Ryan, you didn't cross the finish line. You got eaten by Leatherhead, who just jumped out of the water.
Tarby's gonna roll 12s every single time.
Yeah, double 6.
Oh, dude, what are you talking about? 12s? I'm talking like 16s. What?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shadows of the Past will be a scenario-driven campaign game that features story content from the hit ongoing TMNT comic. That's what's also super exciting about this. It's based on the comic. 2 to 5 players will battle their way through a series of 60 to 90-minute missions where players develop their characters' strengths, fighting styles, and equipment along the way to create a lasting story arc.
That's pretty sweet.
Fan favorite characters like Casey Jones and Alapex will appear throughout the mission as the Turtles can call on their closest allies for help in battling their deadliest foes. So, yeah. Shut up and take my money. This is fantastic. There's a lot of good news that came out of Comic-Con. This was one that was completely unexpected and just so exciting. So, we'll have to figure out something, guys. We'll have to figure out a way to have a TMNT podcast game somehow.
Oh, you know, if you guys came out here, we could partake in the freedoms that Colorado allows us to partake in, and it would make one hell of an episode.
That's great, but it's still federally against the law, and I'm a federal employee, so yeah.
You're a civilian employee. Don't even.
All I have to say is George Bush. So,
yeah. And Barack Obama.
Oh, for sure.
Oh man.
Oh, show.
All right, guys.
And Bernie Sanders and Rand Paul, in case one of those guys wins.
What's up next?
Collecting news?
From Playmates!
Let's see. First story. Prime One Studio welcomes Master Splinter into the quarter scale TMNT statue line. So, you guys remember, we've been talking about the Prime One Studio statues, right?
Yes.
Look, here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
They look great. They look fantastic, right? I mean, we can all agree that they look fantastic.
Splinter looks like a piece of crap with a kimono on.
He looks exactly like he did in the movie, so I would agree with you. But based on that likeness, though, he's pretty damn close. They look fantastic.
They're just by far, I think, the worst looking Splinter in existence.
Fair enough, but the likeness from the movie was captured, right? I mean,
like I think Splinter from the Next Mutation looks better than Splinter does.
That's pretty bad.
Regardless, I'm not paying $470 for him. It's not going to happen.
I wasn't paying that much for Donnie. What makes you think I'll do it for Splinter? That looks like a piece of like a turd with a kimono. Like his name should be like Turd Mono or something like that.
Oh, we got Mikey over here coming up with the names.
Turd Mono.
Yep.
I'm down. # Turd Mono. Oh, it's happening.
Well, it's a 18 inches tall and limited to
That's what she said.
500 pieces, and it should be pre-order should be up here shortly, if not already.
So if you got the 470 and you love the Splinter from the movie, or you're just collecting them all because you got boatloads of money, go for it.
Yep. Pretty much.
All right.
Next up, this is just a quick bit of news. The 2015 Licensing Expo Awards. It's an award ceremony. They give out awards to all the different companies for all kinds of crap. But specifically in the film, television, or entertainment animated licensee hard goods award. It's very specific. There was a tie between Jakks Pacific's Disney's Frozen Snow Glow Elsa doll and the Playmates Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles product line. So,
oh my gosh, I was just looking at I was looking at the live action licensee hard goods, which was Love Honey 50 Shades of Grey official pleasure collection. That is not it.
Have you seen? Did you ever hear the stories about the when Harry Potter was absurdly popular? They came out with these toy brooms that kids were supposed to ride around on. The problem was they vibrated.
Oh no!
So they got banned.
Oh, no.
That's just silly. I mean, they're trying to recreate the sensation of flying.
Yeah.
It's just a little turbulence. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
so quick bit of news there. Moving on. This was interesting. I want to get your take on this. Nickelodeon and NBA star Carmelo Anthony.
That's a bad start
Sure.
already.
Are going to be teaming up on a Ninja Turtles inspired consumer products line. This was actually in the Hollywood Reporter. So that's big news there. But
it's Carmelo Anthony. Why couldn't it be Jimmy Butler?
why couldn't it be a basketball player that's actually
likable and right?
Well, okay.
Hey
Think about
Carmelo,
it.
hey Carmelo, maybe you should actually work on making the Knicks a decent team.
Well, here's
that's
the
what
problem.
Phil Jackson's for. What are you talking about?
Here's the problem. So I don't know if you want to call it a problem.
Or the
This is
triangle.
why.
Triangle solves everything.
It's because
Yeah,
he's
maybe
in triangle.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the movie. He plays for the New York Knicks.
No,
He's
would
their
say he
star
plays.
player,
what
right?
a stretch.
He's
Yeah.
their
Man,
star player,
I hope
right?
He has the acting chops to pull that off.
He's the it doesn't, dude. It doesn't take much to be a to be an actor in this movie. Seriously,
Wouldn't it be
we know
funny if
this.
he actually just completely bombed in that role itself? Like, dude, come on. I mean, clearly the guy wants to be in LA instead of New York.
Well,
Because it wasn't Denver.
No. Oh man.
well, I don't know what we're gonna expect to see from this. Do you have any idea? Any idea what we could see coming out of this partnership?
Headbands. I'm going to say it right now.
Headbands and
It's
socks. Headbands and socks.
I'm going to call it headbands.
Headbands. Well, that's his. That's his.
So
that's his signature
explain
look.
the headband thing for people who don't know who Carmelo Anthony is.
What?
Explain why. Okay, I'll
That's
explain.
just what he wears. That's what he's known for. Just like
Thank you.
First matching headbands and socks. That's his thing.
yeah, that's what I
Thank
said.
you.
I said socks. You said headbands. It's just what he does.
Yes.
Just like with Andrew Davis and his unibrow.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
correct.
You know,
So-
I don't get that.
Maybe Carmelo's going to release a bunch of TMNT lottery picks because that's all he can do in New York.
Oh, goodness gracious. This has been Sports Talk on Turtle Power Podcast.
You brought up Carmelo Anthony.
I did.
Mistake number one.
All right. So stand by. We'll report on as soon as we hear anything coming out of this partnership.
I will buy the headbands.
Leave
though.
our headbands from Carmelo Anthony for free. Be great.
So we've actually got two links for this, and this leaked out before Comic-Con, but they really made their debut at Comic-Con. I'll just say it: 1/6 scale Mondo TMNT. Oh my god! These figures are bananas awesome.
Would you say they are Mondo?
They are so Mondo, bro. So Mondo. Yeah, these things are absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen these, check the links in the website. They had all 4 turtles at Comic-Con. These things are fantastic.
They are ginormous.
Yes. They're there's 1/6 scale, so I think they're right about. Let's see.
When they have the Mondo one standing next to the Playmate one literally comes up to the Mondo's knee pad.
Yeah.
Like, that's how big these things are.
Yeah.
They look amazing. They look so freaking fantastic. I will absolutely
Interchangeable heads.
Yep.
You can get, so anytime you buy a turtle, you're gonna get a red mask, a color mask, and then one without a mask. Just maskless. That's so cool.
You put the maskless one on and then just be like, no, that's Raph. No, it's Mikey. It's like, depending on how you're feeling, like, no, it's Leo.
Now, let's see what else. There's all kinds of extra accessories. There's going to be an Utrom, or Krang. I don't know
so
which one they're
creepy
going to call it.
in a good way. Creepy in a good way.
Yeah. Baby turtles. Gosh, there's so many good things here. Baby Splinter. Shurikens. I mean, there's so many cool things.
Ryan's having a moment.
Ryan needs to change his shorts real quick.
These figures are outstanding, and gosh, I just cannot wait to get my hands on this.
Did you get the Leo right off the bat?
11 inches long. I can't believe you can't wait for it.
Do you ever just personal question, Ryan? Because we were talking about how well endowed you are earlier in the show. Do you ever just grab random figures in your room as far as your collection and just compare them to size?
Well, I'm bigger than this one. Okay.
It's 1/16 the scale of my penis.
Where's that 4 foot tall Michelangelo at? Where's that going?
Fair.
Wow.
I mean, honest question.
It's an honest question. I didn't really talk about it too much in the show notes.
So when
but
Raph wears those black pants, I mean, it's just all over for Ryan.
Oh man,
Ryan,
love you guys.
I love you too.
So these things are going to have 25 points of articulation, thereabouts. The price has not been finalized, but there's guesstimates between 150 and 200. The second wave will include
$150 or $200 too much.
The second wave is going to include figures of Shredder, the Foot, Casey Jones. The thing with these is that to this scale, they've never been made before. We've not seen anything like this before. To this scale, right?
Talking about.
We've got the classic figures. They're not this big.
Ryan, I had a giant Donatello when I was younger.
Yes, but not with 25 points of articulation. That looks like the comic
6.
books.
But still.
That's what I'm talking about.
5. I had 5 because I had the Leo one. It had 5 points. No. I had because you can move the wrists, the arms. That's 4.
That's 4.
And then the head, 5.
That's 5. And then
the legs.
So 6, 7.
Yeah.
Look how good we are at math.
Approximately 11 inches in height.
It's still. I mean, 150 and 200 is still steep, but I mean, obviously you would. Well, at least I wouldn't go for the collection, but I may go for a specific turtle to,
Yeah. And I didn't really talk too much about it too, but Diamond, they actually had. I'm not sure on the whole story behind these, but there's going to be a TMNT Mirage Kevin Eastman redesigned 6-inch scale figure, and I don't know much about it though. All they had was basically maquettes of these new figures, and it's kind of a redesign of the turtles a little bit. Like Raph has got a basically like a bandolier connected to his belt, and he's got like almost like racing stripes on his face. So It's interesting. Not.
I think all
not...
the turtles are different shades of green too. Are they not?
Oh, you're talking about the. Are you talking about the Mondo ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm talking about these other ones now.
Oh, okay.
These are another set of ones where.
So we're now. Got it.
Yeah. So there's actually two versions of 1/6 scale figures. The Mondo ones are the ones we know most about. There's these other ones that are really early still, that are made by 3-0. It's a TMNT Mirage Kevin Eastman redesigned 1/6 scale figure, but it's still pretty early on those ones, and it's hard to tell. It's hard to make a good opinion on them yet. They're just gray, solid gray. You don't. There's no. They're not actual figures yet. So, but anyway. So yeah, I am just absolutely looking forward to these Mondo figures whenever they come out, and we'll be sure to let you know availability, pricing as soon as we hear it. So,
nice.
Let's see here. Collecting. So, there was 3 major panels for the Turtles at Comic-Con. We kind of talked about what came out of one of them was the IDW panel where they talked about the game. I guess the second panel was the Playmates panel, right? So they have it every year at Comic-Con. They had 7 people from Playmates Toys there. Not a whole lot of news coming out of this.
Except for the one thing that Alex needs to buy right now.
Right. So we'll get to that here in a second. So I'll just run down the list here of everything they talked about. So mutations mix and match. Mutations turtle to mutant turtle, like baby turtle and mutant turtle. Remember that? Mutations turtle to weapon. Mutations battle shell. Mutations quad rotor. Mutations tri-flyer. The quad rotor and the tri-flyer are new, but they're vehicles. Mutations turbocharger, which is another vehicle. Mutations. Now this is new. They showed it at the Toy Fair in New York, I believe, but they showed a lot more of it. It's a 24-inch Leonardo that actually turns into a playset for all the normal figures.
Interesting.
Yeah. They showed a Mondo Gecko figure. They showed the Mutant Shredder figures. Again, this was all stuff that we saw at Toy Fair. Dimension X TMNT. Fugitoid. Fugitoid. Now, did we see Fugitoid at Toy Fair?
I honestly don't remember. I don't think we did, though.
I can't remember if we did or not, but
I remember talking about it. So
yeah. So Fugitoid and Savage Mikey. Savage Mikey is Dimension X Mikey, basically.
Which is so amazing.
They talked about the 11-inch figures. They got Raph and Leo as 11-inch. They've got Power Coil TMNT and Dimension X TMNT in the 11-inch style. There's a 13-inch remote-controlled talking ninja control Leonardo.
He's getting so much love this year. It's so fantastic.
It is true. Leo's getting a lot of love, and we'll talk a little bit why in a second. 11-inch Metal Mutants Leo, which was the Comic-Con exclusive. I haven't heard anything if that's going to be released online at all or not. I'm not sure. Metal Mutants 5-pack, which is going to be a Target exclusive, which is going to be the Leo Metal Mutant, but it's going to be a 5-pack, 4 turtles plus Fugitoid, and that, like I said, that's a Target exclusive. And then here's the big news.
Oh yeah,
the History of the Turtles 8-pack, a Toys R Us exclusive. And its price point is going to be between $90 and $100, and it's only going to be Leonardo for now. So let's run down this, okay? As we said, it is a Leonardo 8-pack. So all in quotations, because it's not actually all. But here's all the versions of Leonardo that you're going to be able to get in this 8-pack. You're going to get the recent Playmates version of the Mirage Leo with the red bandana. The original Leo. Now you guys are going to have to help me out there. Is that the movie Leonardo? The original movie Leonardo? Yeah. I think it is.
The third one down the line?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like the movie Leo.
Yep. Okay, and then Next Mutation Leo.
Mm-hmm.
The 2003 animated series Leo.
Looks amazing.
The 2003 Fast Forward, so it's not really 2003, but it's the Fast Forward portion of that series version of Leo. The Nick Turtles version of Leo, the modern Leo. And the recent movie version of Leo. So, why do I say that's all of them?
If they want to get rid of the new movie one and just knock like $20 off the price, I'd be completely okay with that.
Now, why do I say it's almost, or it is all of them in quotes? Because there's actually a version that's missing. That would be the 2007 TMNT movie version is missing. Now, why? Not because they hate the movie or because it's a lot bigger. I don't know. The conspiracy theorist in me thinks it's because that version, that figure is actually much larger. But they say it's because
there's no Star Trek Leo. There's no Shatner Leo.
It's the main versions. Anyway, they basically said it's because the tooling is gone. The tooling for making those that Leo character is actually gone. It broke. It failed. It's unusable. So that one is not part of the line. So the interesting thing about this, so I've got my own version of this series already in Raphael, of course, with a couple of differences. So let's see, what do I have here? I got the original Raph. I got the movie Raph. I got the Next Mutation Raph. 2003 Raph. And then it starts to go a little different here.
Fast Forward or original Raph? Like I was about to say the red bandana Raph, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. So I have the Playmates version of the Mirage Raph, and I have the NECA version of the Mirage Raph. The 2003, I already said 2003 Raph. I got the modern Nick Turtles Raph, the modern movie Raph. I've got the classics animated Raph, classics movie Raph, 2007 Raph, and my little tiny Japanese Raph. So
don't act like you don't have your favorite one there. You know what it is. Don't act like it's not there, Ryan.
The movie, or are you talking about my or the astronaut ones?
There it is.
Well, that's carded. I don't include that because that's not a normal version of Raph. That's a version of Raph that's like what you were talking about, like it's basketball Donatello and Star Trek Michelangelo and blah blah blah. No, I'm not talking about all those. Ones. No, I'm not talking. That's not part of this. These are the main versions, not the. You would have a collection that's 50 versions of the Turtles. So it would be a 50 pack instead of an 8 pack. But so anyway, this is going to be coming out. Now, I don't know if they said when. Maybe this fall. I want to say it's this fall, but I'm not for sure on that. This History of the Turtles Leonardo 8-pack. But Alex, you said this is definitely coming home with you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, man. Are you kidding me? The packaging's nice. I like the packaging. It's blue packaging, so I'm assuming that'll be red packaging for Raph, orange for Mikey, and purple for Donnie. That's what I'm assuming. But packaging's nice. I like to keep a lot of my figures in their original packaging. So, yeah, I'm totally stoked for it, man. I mean, I agree. I wish they would have included the TMNT movie version as well. Because it feels incomplete without it.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's between $90 and $100, considering how much each figure would go for individually, it's also a great deal. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely. I mean, would you guys? I'm assuming would probably do the same if. Well, I don't know if you would because you have a pretty good collection. But Darby, would you get it if or when the Donnie version comes out?
Oh, of course I would. That's actually one of the few things I can actually jump on board with that I've seen lately.
The one cool thing that this has that mine doesn't is the background.
Yeah, that's cool too.
With the logo of each version, that's pretty cool.
And it's important for collectors out there to know that those logos are actually visible in the box itself because it's just one long rectangular box.
Yep.
And it's just got that clear plastic. Kind of just like a window into the actual turtle, so you can actually see the backgrounds as well. Kind of overlaps a little bit to the top, so it's really neat. You don't have to take them out of their packaging unless you really want to.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it's great. It's so awesome that they're doing this. You know, they had this display when it was just a display. It wasn't a like we're gonna make this for sale, but they had this as a display. I want to say at like New York City Comic Con, gosh, maybe.
Oh,
maybe
you
2
mean the
years
Comic
ago
Con
or
that's
something?
not the real one?
Say again?
I said, oh, the Comic Con that's not the real one?
Yeah. So, I don't know if this has been in the plans for a while, or if this is just something that, I don't know, but it's fantastic. I'm happy that this is coming out.
do you know if the figures are like the original figures and they have points of articulation? I mean, I know they're on the pedestal, but do you know if they're posable at all? Or
I think so, because I think all they're doing is they're just reusing the old tooling,
which would make sense.
Yeah, because I think that's the whole point with this. They don't want to put a lot of work into this. They just want to reuse what they've already got. So they're just gonna make old copies, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, that does think about the 2007 version though. So
Yep.
all right, let's run through the rest of the presentation here. We did get to see a figure of Mozar, the Triceraton. It's going to be a Walmart exclusive. Lord Dreg is also going to be a Walmart exclusive. Casey Jones Slamboni is a new vehicle for Casey Jones, like a Zamboni. The Fugitoid ship
slam instead of
Slamboni.
I get it.
Oh.
The Fugitoid ship is going to come with a space version of Mikey.
My favorite version.
They talked about the party van again. The pizza thrower is coming back. Remember the old pizza thrower vehicle?
Yeah.
It's coming back. They're going to have new role play stuff for the kids. Space versions, because there's, as we're going to talk about here shortly, there's going to be a big emphasis on space and Dimension X and stuff like that in the show. There's going to be a ninja strike sword, which basically looks like a lightsaber, just as a katana.
Oh, I cannot wait to get that for my nephews for Christmas, and then just have them beat the crap out of each other with both of them. That's going to be fan-frickin-tastic.
They talked about half-shell heroes for a while. I skipped through that. They talked about the T-Machines, which are their die-cast cars, like Hot Wheels, whatever. I fast-forwarded through that as well. They talked about there's going to be some new store displays, 2 of them. One for the new movie, and then one they can't talk about, which I thought that was really interesting. And then here's actually probably one of the most interesting aspects. They talked about the sales stats for the 4 turtles. So, okay, for all of our listeners out there, I'm gonna give you a few seconds. Go ahead and guess. If you're gonna rank them, who would sell the most? Who would sell second? Who would sell third? Who would sell fourth?
Yeah, let's really think about this.
Okay, so for the two of you, you're looking at the sales stats. You've got it in the show notes.
Oh yeah.
Would you have guessed that this is correct?
No.
No. I would have thought Mikey was higher.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
All right, so let's go through it. Number 1, Leonardo.
What?
Alex
This is
Rules.
why Leo's getting all the new toys.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
He's been buying them all.
So see, I've been right all along, guys. I've been right all along.
Number 2, Raphael.
Leonardo's
the leader.
I'm a little shocked by that.
Leonardo's the leader. Raphael is the leader when Leo's not around.
He's not. My God, he's not.
Well, do I need to reference the song again? Do I need to reference the song?
You mean the one that's wrong? You mean the one done by Partners in Crime?
You mean the one that went to
okay, yeah. When has that ever happened in the comics
on the Billboard
or the show?
charts? The one that went to number 13 on the Billboard charts.
When has that ever happened in the comics or the show? Ever. Never. It's happened in the comics where Leo gets incapacitated.
Number 3, Michelangelo.
It's fine.
And number 4, all the way at the bottom, the turtle nobody cares about. It's very sad.
Well, here's... All right, so...
No, there is no here's the thing. There's first place, second, third, and fourth.
No.
Somebody's got to come in last.
All right, no, that's true. That's true. But I wanna get Darby's take on it. I want to know why. Why do you think that Don is number 4?
Because Darby doesn't buy any toys.
No,
That's true. I don't have as much money as you guys, so I can't keep buying up all the. You just heard Ryan.
So we're padding the stats, is what you're saying?
Goddamn display. No, you heard it. He's like, I have this wrap, I have that wrap, I have that wrap. You know how many Donnies I have? 1. I have 1 freaking Donnie.
Are you? So you're implying that we're padding the stats, is what you're implying?
Yes.
No, that's not accurate at all. No, seriously. Why do you think Don is 4?
Because Donnie, the way they're making him be in this series is just like the new kids are growing up, cool, but like they just don't like Donnie, I guess. Even though my nephew told me that Donatello's his favorite, and I picked him up and gave him the biggest hug ever. But it's just that Donnie's the one that's the worst at fighting by far in the new show. Even though he was pretty BA in the very beginning of the series. Hello, jumping on a helicopter while it was taking off while guns were shooting at him. Anybody? No? Okay, fine, whatever. Donatello is the leader when Leo's not around. That's a fact. That's happened in the comics many, many times.
It's happened in the show as well.
Huh?
It's happened in the show as well, but...
Exactly. Ryan's like, oh, Raph's the leader when Leo's not around. Bullshit. Every time Leo's not around, you know what happens? Raph leaves. Raph doesn't give a shit. Raph's like, oh, I'm gone. I'm so gone. What are you talking about? I'm done. No, Donnie's the one. Raph even said it. Raph even said it in a freaking comic book. He said, leave the plans to Donatello. He said it when Leo got incapacitated. Raph handed leadership over to Donatello. And in the comics, back in the day, when Leo was out, what happened? Splinter made Donatello the leader, and Raph got all butthurt because he was older than Donatello, and Splinter passed on him. It happened. Donatello's the leader when Leo's not around, Ryan. So whatever.
I love the fact
I love Donnie.
Donnie.
I'm used to rooting for the little guy, and that's fine. I've always loved Donnie, and I don't like Donnie because he's popular. He's my favorite. To me, he's the best one. So I love Donnie.
I love the fact that I now know how to fucking push Darby's buttons more than anything else.
Do we have sales stats from last year to compare to? I'm curious.
I don't think so.
I'm
curious.
Know
what? I wonder if Jason Biggs leaving the show has anything to do with Leo skyrocket number 1.
I'm thinking maybe so.
Ooh.
And I think the direction that they've taken with Don is maybe really affected, because I've seen a lot of polls and Don gets a lot of love in a lot of the polls, like a lot of fan polls. So it's just weird to see him. I wasn't expecting him to be 4. I got to be honest. I was expecting Raph to be 4, no doubt.
So was I.
And I was expecting Mikey to be higher than what he is, and just based on the show and from just the feedback that I've heard from a lot of people I know. So this is definitely a good thing for me and for my boy, and especially since we get a lot of exclusives or figures to start with. But yeah, this was a shocker. This is kind of crazy. It's a good crazy though.
Another shocker that happened actually at the end of the panel during the Q&A section.
It's not happening.
It's gonna happen.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
The Playmates was questioned as to when we might see a human cry.
Hopefully that was a listener that asked that question.
Basically they said, well, I don't know. Who here would be interested in a Karai? And there's, a bunch of people, obviously, that were like, yes, we want this. They start throwing money at them. And they're like, okay, well, we'll see what we can do. Earliest we could do is like fall 2016. So they kind of said yes, but they didn't seem super confident about it.
Why is it so difficult? It's
You have had characters like Squirrelinoids and Nightmare Beavers who showed up in one goddamn episode, and you already made toys for them.
It's no different than an April figure. It's no different than an April figure.
Karai is Leo's love interest, Shredder/Splinter's daughter, and she's in a crap ton more episodes than the freaking Nightmare Beavers.
Yeah.
And she can't get a toy.
Yep.
She's in a crap ton more episodes than most everyone else. Slash or Leatherhead or etc. You can go on and on and on and on. Bebop or Rocksteady. I mean, Razar. You can just go on and on and on. She absolutely deserves a freaking human toy.
Here's the thing. Can you honestly tell me, just not even how many episodes she's been in, just as a character, is she better than Bebop or Rocksteady? Yes.
Of course.
Is she a better character than Tiger Claw? No offense to our boy Tiger Claw, but
she's up there with him. Yeah, I'd say she's better. But I mean,
Tiger Claw.
I dig Tiger Claw. I like Tiger Claw. I like him a lot better than Hunt.
But in terms of like character build and personality and like just as a character, Karai is a better character.
Yeah, I agree.
She's a better character than most of the characters on that show, and she can't even get her own toy.
Well, the great Pixel Dan, he did his annual interview with Playmates at Comic-Con. He did ask about Human Karai, and it was kind of dickish. The guy from Playmates basically said, "Oh, we're breaking down to finally release the character." Like,
yeah, let me put that dude somewhere in the open with no witnesses around. I'll break him down plenty to get the freaking Karai toy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean,
understand. There's been a Karai already, technically.
No. I don't even have to defend that. Just no.
Technically,
no.
Technically, there has been.
No.
But yeah, it's about time for a 6-inch scale one.
Well, the 6-inch.
I mean, Alex, you are about to buy 8 Leos at once, and they're not going to have anything to look at while they're, you know what I mean? Like, come on, we don't need this crap.
I agree. I mean, how else am I going to do what else am I going to do doggy style positions with?
Wow.
Crap.
All right, the 6-inch scale. Pixel Dan asked him about 6-inch scale, and the guy basically said they're still on hold with all the 6-inch. So,
I just
but
like
then the Human Karai would be in the normal,
Oh well, she should be 6-inch
or
scale.
4-inch or whatever.
I didn't realize that this was separated.
Yeah,
I see that there's 2.
That's all good.
Hyphens. Never mind.
And then last thing, as far as collectibles go, for everybody out there at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, was they've done this, I think, the last couple of years, where Nickelodeon has this cool poster of the Turtles, and kind of based off of something that happened in the comics, but is now taking place in the Nick Turtles. You remember there was that I guess it was cover of, oh man, what issue was it? Was it 2? No. Oh man. Anyway, the cover from the Nintendo game, the original NES game, right? The cover for that game where the turtles were on the portal pad that goes to like Dimension X, right?
Yep.
And then they made a Nick Turtles version of that shot, and they had that at Comic-Con. This year, it is same idea, but the turtles are fighting Triceraton, and they've got the little tubes that come out of their mouth so they can breathe. So I get it signed and everything.
If you didn't make Comic-Con and still want it, it's all over eBay. So for $50.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
eBay.
Yeah, I don't even know why. Like, why would I would? I know I wouldn't. I'm pretty sure neither one of you would sell it if you got it. I don't even know why people would. I don't understand it. Obviously, I understand they want cash, but I mean, if that was their whole prerogative of going, it just pisses me off because here I am wanting to go, and they're just going just so they can make money off of it. Just pisses me off.
Well, you usually have to pay to get those things signed anyway, so they're probably losing money just to do that.
No, they do those for free.
Yeah, this was a giveaway.
So that's going to be it for collecting news. We've got TV news. Let's talk about the Comic-Con Nick Turtles panel.
Double link to it in our show notes. Move on. All right, so comic news.
Yeah. So this was.
By the way, Donnie may be lowest in figures, but he's got the best voice actor. It's just.
Well, that's yeah. I mean,
kind of unfair.
Yeah,
we're not going to argue that.
I care about.
All right, let's just run through this right quick. All right, they all sat down. Pretty much the entire voice cast was there. They did a
hot dog suit.
They did a TMNT goes to San Diego Comic-Con table read. It's basically a little story that they came up with, and they read the script there. There's this funny line in that where Michelangelo was like, "Dude, we could, it's great because we can walk around. Nobody knows that we're turtles. Everybody just thinks that we're in cosplay." And then there's like somebody saw like the hobbits that were people dressed up as hobbits, and I think Mikey was like, "Dude, we could totally dress up as hobbits next year." And Sean Astin goes, "Turtles dressed as hobbits? What a stupid idea!"
It's great.
That's funny.
It was a great callback. Great Lord of the Rings callback. Anyway.
Well, the funny thing was, too, when Sean Astin sat down, they didn't even... They talked about, everything else that all the people have done, but then they're just like, oh, yeah, Sean Astin. Yeah, no, he wasn't in Lord of the Rings or Rudy or Encino Man or anything. That's cool.
There was a Rudy chant at one point.
Well, there has to be.
Yeah.
He's going to be 80 years old and getting Rudy chants.
Of course.
It's the fact of life.
All right. We got some new characters making their debut.
Yeah, we do.
Zog, of course, the Triceraton, going to be voiced by Lance.
I'm going to be getting some.
Lance Henriksen. He's an actor, so you can look him up. They showed us some concept art of the Cosmic Jumper, which is basically a spacesuit for the turtles. It's I'm not quite sure how it you go into space with it, but hey, whatever.
Dude, I mean, they use fans.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of exposed.
Lord Dreg is going to be coming in, voiced by Peter Stormare.
Yep.
We've got
Russian
Mozart, voiced by Michael Dorn. Now, you guys remember Michael Dorn?
Oh, yeah. No. Who the bloody hell is... come on, man. Worf Worf is a Triceraton, I'm completely okay with this.
Perfect.
He's already got the head. I mean, it pretty much matches already, right?
Not quite. No.
Michael Dorn looks really like skinny and dapper in that photo.
He looks like Mad Men, like ready, dude. He
like,
looks
I've
good.
Just been I was like, Michael Dorn, who that? Why do I know? Oh my god, that what?
Yeah.
By the way, did you guys see Ted 2 where Michael Dorn made a cameo?
No.
Oh my god, you have to see it because he's in a gay relationship with Patrick Warburton, and they go to Comic-Con. They go to Comic-Con in costumes. Michael Dorn is Worf, and Patrick Warburton is the Tick.
Oh man! Seriously?
And they go to Comic-Con to like pick on nerds and like knock popcorn out of their hands and stuff.
Awesome.
It is hilarious.
Oh, that's good. Armagon is going to be coming into the show. That's exciting.
It's very exciting for anybody who played video games.
Voiced by the one and only Ron Perlman.
Hellboy.
Yep.
So happy.
Great.
Mona Lisa is going to be coming into the
Yeah,
show.
Raph is finally going to get him some.
Yep.
Ow! Voiced by Zelda Williams. That's so I guess you got to say it because yes, it's Robin Williams' daughter, but she is an accomplished actress, voice actress in her own right. You don't always have to say this is Robin Williams' daughter, but nevertheless, that's what everyone does.
God, she has such a great name too.
Yes,
she
was named after the game. She was named after Zelda, the game.
Yep.
But
she's very
She was in now her connection with the Nick Turtles is that she was in Avatar, Legend of Korra, the last 2 seasons.
She is one tall glass of water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Seeing Mona Lisa begs the question: will we see a Venus de Milo?
Who?
It's coming. It's coming, dude. It's coming. Tiger Claw actually let us know. He says that he bets on Mikey will be the one naming her Mona Lisa. That's probably a good guess.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Or she could just name herself because she's Zelda Williams and she's a strong, independent woman and she can come up with her own damn name.
Wow.
Zelda Williams, if you listen to this podcast, Darby will PM you his number.
That is correct. And then we got to see some concept art for the Fugitoid. Yes.
Voiced by?
Mr. David Tennant.
Yeah,
the
boy.
Doctor. The Doctor.
Which one?
The best one.
Oh, them fighting words.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, man, I'm going to have so many fanboys and fangirls just go after me right now.
Fighting words. Oh, my God.
This is interesting, though. There is a in this concept art, it does show that the turtles are supposed to be 5 feet tall, and that the Fugitoid is supposed to be 6 feet tall. So there you go. Turtles are 5 foot tall.
Taller now, wouldn't it?
You are taller than Leonardo, Darby.
Well, at least I'm taller than somebody. Yeah.
You did it. Congrats.
Yeah. Now, if I could just get Karai to pay attention to me, that'd be great.
If only. It's going to be returning August 2nd with the Turtles in Time arc. They're going to be returning to Dimension X, and we will also be seeing the return of the Earth Protection Force, which we saw a little bit there with the Krang being in charge of New York City and the humans that were essentially blocking off the bridges, not allowing them to get in the city and everything. So, and the Earth Protection Force actually was started I believe it was started in the 2K3 animated series with Agent Bishop and everything. So, all right, and that's it for TV news. What's next,
now let's
guys?
get to my favorite. Let's get to my favorite part.
Ooh. What's your favorite part?
We're comic news, baby.
I strike 2 on my way down. Donatello takes out a 3rd with his staff. Already the pudgy ones are starting to panic. Raph loves this stuff. He's not alone.
Why is he narrating? Is he crazy?
crazy? Hardcore crazy.
I love these guys!
In comic news, we do have a little bit extra mutated messages here. Chris _Dever, sent us a message on Twitter. He says, "Did you guys hear the latest Jay and Silent Bob Get Old? That Kevin Smith said Donnie sucks. Shots fired. Your move, Darby."
Okay. All right, hold on. I gotta crack some bones here.
Clearly, he's not wrong because he's number 4. But go ahead.
For those of you who are offended by coarse language,
Oh man,
This is what you were waiting for. Is this what you were waiting for?
no, this is just something I wanted to say.
I've had moments like this, Ryan. He's allowed. He's allowed.
All right.
yeah, allowed means I have to edit the crap out of it. All right.
It just one long beep. That's all.
So, far be it from me to question Kevin Smith or his dumbass opinions. Donnie sucks. Fine. Whatever. Let me guess. Kevin Smith. His favorite. Probably Raphael.
I don't know.
Is that a fact? You know why? Because here's the thing. Kevin Smith, I know he's a Batman dude. He likes Batman more than Superman. Fine. He likes the dark, brooding type. So, of course, he's going to be so predictable as to have Raphael as his favorite. Fine.
Well, he would be correct.
Whatever. Donnie sucks. Fine. How many times has Donatello been the leader of the Turtles? Well, more times than Raph. How many Shredder kills does Donatello have? More than any of the Ninja Turtles. Let's see. Who has saved the Turtles more than anybody ever? Donatello has. Who has... Okay, Leo. Leo's the leader of the group. I get it. But you know what? Without Donnie, Leo has no team to lead. He has no strategy. He doesn't. He's like, oh, man, I have this great plan, but I need Donnie to pull it off. 2K3 series.
You're so
2K3
delusional.
series.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Hey, you know what? I'm about to prove to prove my point right now. 2K3 series. Donatello gets infected with some virus and turned into a monster. Fine. What does Leo say? You see that? That's Donatello right there. And if it were any one of us besides Donatello, we wouldn't need to team up with Bishop and Baxter Stockman. If it was any other one of us, we could do this ourselves.
Yeah,
but
based on the
because it's
situation,
Donnie,
he would be right. But
I
okay, go ahead.
got nothing. Leo gets captured in what was that? That invasion comic, that 2-parter. What does Raph say? Leave the plans to Donnie. Donnie's our leader when Leo's not around.
Infestation, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Who has the greatest voice actor? Donnie. It's Donnie. Donnie sucks? All right, Kevin Smith, you know what? I proved I just gave you many examples as to why Donnie doesn't suck. Now, who's your favorite? Let me guess. I'll probably guess it's Raphael. I mean, what would you think, Alex?
I would think it's Casey Jones and not a turtle at all.
Well, I'm talking about Turtle.
Well, I mean, if we're going to guess a turtle, then I'd say Slash. He's
No. It's Raph. No, it's Raph because he said...
No, it's definitely Raph. No, it's definitely Raph. It's definitely Raph.
Now, here's the thing. This is a guy who has written great blockbuster movies, great director. Love it. I love his movies. I do. But yet he couldn't even think of his own goddamn question to ask Kevin Smith. He had to steal it from Ryan. He had to steal his own goddamn Ninja Turtle question from our podcast, from our fearless leader, Ryan. And what did he say? Oh, I like the comics because they were so dark and edgy, which right there tells me it's Raph. Because Raph is so dark and brooding and edgy. Like, come on. We get it. Donnie sucks? No. He's just the reason the Turtles exist. He's just the reason they pull up all of Leo's plans. Okay, you know what? Iron Man comes up with great inventions. But, he's got billions and billions of dollars to buy the equipment he needs. Donatello comes up with shit he finds in the goddamn sewer. Can anybody... Hey, can you guys make a flying machine out of stuff you find in the sewer?
Iron Man could. I mean, he did do it in a cave with near nothing.
He did do it in a cave, but not a sewer. Like, he didn't have shit flying past him in a river of piss and urine. Like, come on. It's the same thing. I get it. Still.
Well, I will say...
the question Kevin Smith's stupid opinions.
Well...
But if those are his shots fired. Those are mine.
There you go. You're not alone, Darby. Alex Cancio on Facebook, he responded. He said, "We finally found someone who probably enjoyed knowing Donnie died." You know, I don't. It's hard to say that, and that Donnie would suck, but
yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't suck.
He doesn't. No. And you know what? Each turtle has such a valuable role in what they do.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
You can't say any of them suck because they don't.
The turtles would not be able. Well, I mean, we're kind of going through that right now in IDW.
Right. But you could say he's not your favorite. But to say he sucks, that is definitely shots fired.
Yeah.
That's too far, Kevin Smith.
All right. Let's move on.
You know what? He had Ryan on his show. Bring me on the show. I'll go toe-to-toe with Kevin Smith.
I'd pay money to see that.
You tell me why Raph is better than Donnie. I'll tell you why Donnie's better than Raph. Let's do it. Shots fired. Kevin Smith. Darby T. Patton, challenge you at that Kevin Smith to just the nerd off of a Donnie versus Raph.
TMNT duel.
I'm down. Let's do it.
I'll be sure to.
I feel like I'm in Zoolander. It's a walk-off. It's a walk-off.
Yeah, I think I just heard the mic drop.
Piles of money and his Oscar-winning friends. Let's do it.
Yep.
Does he get to have
to
mingle with this commoner?
You know what you should do, Darby? You should just go on Comic Book Men and just face him off there.
Agreed.
I'll show up. I'll wear my Donatello as the Don T-shirt.
I now know somebody who's been on the show.
I'm faster than Kevin Smith, so he can't beat me up.
There you go. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to.
I'm challenging Kevin Smith at that Kevin Smith.
Yes. We'll be sure to let all of our listeners know when we hear back from him.
Okay, shots fired.
We're gonna get into the biggest news.
Let's get to the biggest news in possibly Turtles Comic Con history.
This is me. Shut up! You can't take this from me. Can't take this from me because I had this conversation with a friend / listener like 3 weeks before this even was announced. But there's IDW and DC Comics. DC Comics. Oh, where have I heard that before? Oh, that's right. I've been telling you guys to read them. Well, mostly Ryan. Alex actually does read it because he reads good comics. Ryan doesn't give a shit. Guess what? DC Comics, IDW, Batman, Ninja Turtles, crossover. Woo! So excited for this. I got into this argument with a friend of mine, and I want you guys to chime in on this, and I want our listeners to chime in on this. I tweeted it out. The 4 Ninja Turtles battle the 4 Robins. Who wins? Who wins?
I don't know who the 4 Robins are.
God damn it, Ryan. All right. Oh, God,
Dick Grayson. Come on, Ryan.
I know Dick Grayson.
All right, Alex, this is how me and my friend decided the fight goes down. All right, Leo fights Nightwing.
Okay. That makes sense.
That's Dick Grayson, right?
Hey, Ryan knows the character. Yes, that's Dick Grayson. He actually started off with Robin.
Yes. Definitely Jason Todd versus Raph, right?
Exactly. Jason Todd versus Raph.
Okay. All right.
That's actually one of the fights I think the Turtle loses.
Tim Drake versus Mikey.
You would.
Tim Drake versus Donatello.
Oh.
Because they're staff wielders, and they're both the smartest out of all of
Makes sense.
their group.
Makes sense. So then you would do Damian Wayne?
Damian Wayne versus Michelangelo, the most agile of their groups. And here's the thing. And we kind of came down, Tim Drake versus Donatello, they're both the worst fighter, but the smartest one, and they both use the bow staff. We came down to Leo beats Nightwing.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Todd beats Raph.
Yep.
Basically because he has guns. Straight up, it was oh, he has guns.
Yeah.
Donatello beats Tim Drake.
Uh-huh.
And Damian Wayne beats Mikey.
Agreed.
And in the end, it's kind of well, Michelangelo and Raphael are going to mess up Jason Todd and Tim and Damian Wayne enough to where Leo and Donatello could actually finish both of them off once they dispatch their enemies.
If it was solely a one-on-one, I would agree with you. But the Turtles being brothers, I just don't see that being just a one-on-one. They would find a way to all four end up beating all four Robins.
It's kind of an argument where like you could say the Turtles or you could say the Robins, and both times I'd be like, hey, you got a point.
You can make a point for either. You're absolutely right.
You easily could, but I think it would just come down to that. I mean, the Turtles being brothers totally helps, but in terms of like, and I think Damian Wayne and Jason Todd are not team players, so that would actually hurt them in their fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think they're the two that survived their initial encounter with their turtle.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, so news broke that IDW was planning a Street Fighter G.I. Joe crossover miniseries. What? So anyway, IDW is back with the
Jean-Claude Van
announcement.
Damme? What?
A crossover between the TMT and Batman. 6-issue miniseries will launch in November and will be written by Batman Eternal writer James Tynion IV and illustrated by Freddie Williams II. And this is the thing I was talking about 2 hours ago when we were talking about the illustrations. This is how you draw the Ninja Turtles. This is how they should look in these pictures. Like, I'm not going to shell out money for these expensive action figures, but this, just all of it, it's gone. Take it. Yes.
I'm trying to figure out what Donnie's wearing on his head in that bottom picture. It looks like a comm, but then it looks like some sort of headband. It's
a comm piece that wraps around the back of his head.
Is that what all it is?
Bruce.
Looks like it might have like a camera.
Yeah, he definitely got it from Bruce. He definitely got it from Bruce. That's Wayne Tech for sure.
It's totally Wayne Tech. And can you imagine Donatello with Wayne Tech?
Wayne Tech. What about a Wayne Tech bow that just it would do some unimaginable things. Just all of them with Wayne Tech.
Donatello could do to the Batmobile. Like, he'd walk up to the Batmobile and be like, "Dude, Bruce, this is all you've done with this thing? Like, I've done better stuff with this, with stuff I find in the sewer, dude."
I'm really excited to see what the storyline is. We have no idea who
it says the series will see the Turtles transported into the DC universe by General Krang and clash with Batman and his famous gallery of villains.
So they're gonna, yeah.
I think it'd be cool if like Batman and the Turtles were rescuing the four Robins. That'd be interesting. Okay.
The Turtles against, so we could see the Turtles against like all the Batman villains as well.
Oh, what if they brought in though? What if Leatherhead got caught up in it and then he had to face Killer Croc? That would be freaking phenomenal.
As much as that pairing makes sense, I'd rather see Leatherhead fight Bane.
Yeah, I guess. Who else?
I'd rather just see that. Killer Croc.
I could see Slash. Well, maybe Slash, Killer Croc, and then Leatherhead Bane.
Killer Croc is going to be in the Suicide Squad movie, so he's actually, and he was in, the past few Arkham games, but, in terms of being a memorable villain,
he was for me, but, I was hoping for him to be a little bigger than what he is in the Suicide Squad, but,
dude,
that's okay.
It's a guy playing him. It's not a 10-foot tall crocodile.
No, I wasn't expecting that, but just a bigger
guy. They got Game of Thrones to play him. That would have been pretty sweet.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking phenomenal.
Well, if any of really quickly, Miguel Lopez on Facebook, he's super excited. He says, "Take my money now, please."
Exactly.
For our listeners out there, what are you looking forward to in this series? What kind of matchups? Turtles with whoever. Turtles with Robins, Turtles with Batman villains. Are we going to see...
I kind of want to see Michelangelo fight the Joker.
Yeah.
Because the Joker would beat Raph, because Raph gets pissed off too easily. That's why he loses to Michelangelo in one-on-one fights. So, like, Joker could easily get under Raph's skin, but I want to see him fight Mikey. I think that would be great.
So... Let us know.
Donatello could fight the Riddler. That'd be fun.
Donatello definitely would fight. Yeah. I know there's so many genius Batman villains.
I'd be down for Raph fighting Bane.
Yeah, Raph and Bane would be good.
Yeah, that would be
the two super strong guys.
Well, and then, who would we?
Mike is probably going to go. Depending on it, whether Catwoman is like a villain or an ally in this, or she's just going to play her neutral evil. But Mikey and Catwoman would be a fun fight, just based on agility alone. It would be fun.
It would be. I just think Joker fighting Michelangelo would be far more interesting dialogue.
Poison Ivy.
I mean,
Two-Face.
Oh, you know who Leo would fight or could
Zaz.
fight? Oh, Raish.
Ra's
Oh
al Ghul?
yeah, Raish. That would absolutely.
Oh, ninja style.
Yeah.
The,
Like it.
The head of the demon
League
against
of
Leo.
Assassins.
Yeah, the
League
head
of
of the
Assassins.
demon.
They
Like
have to
it.
have a League of Assassins storyline with the turtles. It just kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Really
Luckily,
quick before
Ryan has somebody who knows DC Comics on this show to come up with these ideas.
By the way, I'm totally digging Raph's Wu-Tang size. By the way,
yeah, right.
Those sides are
Interesting.
crazy.
Really quick before we head out of comics news, let's talk about what's out right now. IDW series issue 47 is out now. 48 is going to be coming July 29th. The
Probably by the time
Mutanimals.
Ryan releases this episode, it'll be out.
Mutanimals trade paperback releasing August 19th. Casey and April #1 is out right now. That's #1 of 4 issue miniseries. #2 is coming July 22nd. The IDW Adventures, the final Nick Turtles Adventures, issue number 24 is out now, and we're going to see the Amazing Adventures, I guess you can consider it volume 2. #1 is going to be coming out August 19th. For Mirage, no update on the future of the Mirage reprints. We talked about that last episode. No news there. For the Ultimate Collections, Volume 6 is still scheduled, but it has been delayed. It was originally going to be, I think, July 22nd, but it's been indefinitely delayed. So, Mirage Tales of the TMNT trade paperback #7, which collects Tales of the TMNT Volume 2 issues 17 through 20 is out now. Actually, that's it right there.
God damn it, Ryan.
No future releases announced as of now. For the Archie series, the Archie Adventure series, we have an update. Volume 10 is coming out August 5th, which collects Archie issues 41 through 44. And that's all the comic book news we have. Time for movie news. Filming has wrapped. We are done. Movie is complete.
Yeah,
It's not complete.
went by so fast.
Schoolgirls have been violated.
Oh, geez. So I'll just run quickly, and then I want to say something. So we've got, you can check in the show notes. Tiger Claw let us know. We got video of Brian T. From AwesomeCon 2015 talking about Shredder in the TMNT 2. What are we calling this? What is this movie called?
Half Shell.
Yeah.
Are we just going to call it Half Shell? Okay, Half Shell. Talking about Shredder in Half Shell. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles get a police escort in new set videos from Half Shell. Stephen Amell shows off badass Casey Jones car via Cinnamon, blah blah blah. Super Curry Max on Twitter said, so they're giving him a car, something Casey never has ever had ever. Get the fuck out of here with that crap.
Hey, he's got the Slamboni now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's in the animated. So this car,
he drove around a truck in the movies as well. It was a truck. It was April's, but he still drove a car. Like, whatever, man.
This car though is.
I mean, he has a car.
Yeah,
I mean,
did you see
we
this
discussed
car?
that before. It's affordable on an okay salary. Remember, we looked at the car. It was
we totally did. We thought it was really expensive, and it turned out it wasn't.
Totally not. So, yeah.
No. What we saw was the 3-wheeled Polaris. No, this is.
Oh,
he's getting a muscle car. like a all black, like Dodge Charger muscle car.
So what was that? Oh yeah,
As
it's
well.
like a Challenger. So what was the Polaris all about?
That's his, I guess, weekend vehicle.
Okay, so he is basically Oliver Queen.
Pretty
Oliver
much.
has no more money.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, look at. I mean, he's just a car enthusiast and lives in a trailer.
Yeah, look at that muscle car. It's an SRT. What? Oh, God.
Yep.
It's
All
an
right.
SRT. It's a Dodge plug. It's okay.
So Super Curry Max, he's not too excited about that. And then we also have a link from TeenageMutantNinjaTurtles.com. This is a story entitled TMNT 2 Hints at Possible Trilogy with Interesting Easter Eggs and New Images. So this is interesting. We'll just run through these right quick. So they have spotlighted a photo on set of April with a name tag with the name of Renette Tilly. Of course, Renette, the time traveler, Renette.
From Mirage. Yeah.
Yes, and IDW as well.
And IDW, yeah.
So interesting.
I'm more interested in the other one, the other Easter egg.
Go ahead.
The second hidden gem in the new film involves a case being carried by Casey Jones and April O'Neil. On the front of the case is the word Rockwell.
And
That's
Rockwell.
pretty interesting.
Rockwell, of course.
Also the name of the intelligent monkey in the TMNT 20, the new Nick Turtles.
Yeah, Dr.
But
Rockwell.
there's also, come on, I know, where's it at? Where's the big one? Where's the big one? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or did I just dream that up?
Go ahead. What are you talking about?
The one that links it to the 2007 series? 2007 movie? Or did I just completely read that wrong? I might have read it wrong.
Yeah, I think you read that one wrong.
Yeah, I hate when I do that. Never mind.
So there's one in here that talks about Bebop and Rocksteady in the movie. Yes, we know Bebop and Rocksteady are in there.
Shame.
And then I guess the other interesting thing is that it with Casey Jones being on the run from the cops in his
car that doesn't stand out at all.
It's solid black. I mean, it blends in with, a lot of people drive Challengers nowadays.
Yeah, but we can basically, from what they've seen with the filming, is that there's going to be considerably more action on the road in this film than in any of the other previous live-action TMNT movies. There's...
Really? They didn't have any in the last one when they only took, like, a giant freaking semi down the side of a mountain?
Well, it's not really a chase scene, is it? Well,
they were chasing
I guess
after
they
the
were.
turtles.
They were more all falling down the mountain simultaneously.
But
a chase
after
scene...
the turtles.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can call it a chase scene. Because,
And then
they were still
turtles got
chasing them
out.
down the mountain, though. They were all
And then the
falling, but they were
turtles
still
got
kind of
out.
chasing them.
Exactly. No, but they got out and they were like, oh, wait, sewer pipe is so much faster than cars.
It's true.
Yep.
So I do want to mention one last thing in movie news. We don't have a lot because filming's wrapped. They're editing now. Nothing major is leaked. But I do want to agree with Alex here.
Oh.
I am kind of looking forward to this movie. From what I've seen so far, I feel like they're pointing in the right direction with the story, with the casting, with I don't know. I could be totally wrong, and it could be complete garbage, but it looks like they're pointing at least in the right direction. So, when the last movie came out, we had zero expectations.
Well,
zero.
I had negative expectations.
We had negative there you go. We had negative expectations.
Rightfully so, though. I mean, we had
Yes.
good reason to have those.
Yeah. We knew that movie was completely screwed up during production. So with this one, I kind of want to say I'm going to have some sort of positive expectation of that out of this movie. So we'll see. That's going to be it for movie news. Really quick before we end the show, I want to talk about Turtle fan names. We haven't gotten a lot of suggestions, guys. Come on, send them in, guys and gals.
Maybe that's because we don't read anything that the fans say.
Well, here we go. The first one we got is a suggestion from Lee Shen Long 10 on Twitter.
Don't read that like you've never read it before. That's Sal. Don't even act like
you
haven't
right.
read that.
Yeah.
From Lee Shen. Come on, dude. That's Sal. That's our boy Sal.
Yes, it is. Yes, I have my my poster. It's right here. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I should have just wrote that in there. Thanks for the shout out, TMNT Podcast. You're welcome. Also for fan nicknames, he suggests Shellians or Shredders. I
do like the hashtag because that's a great hashtag.
Yeah,
hashtag Turtle nicknames. Yeah, Shellians isn't bad.
Yeah, hashtag
Shellians or the Shredders.
Yep.
I like Shellians.
Shellheads is my favorite right now.
Yeah.
Shellheads?
Shellheads.
Shellheads.
I like Shellheads. Shellheads just kind of fits.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so everybody else, send in your suggestion for what are we going to be called? What are Turtle fans called? Besides
Also,
just
send
Turtle
in
fans.
notes on how I can beat Kevin Smith in an argument over Donatello versus Raph.
I don't think you need that. I think you're pretty well prepared, buddy.
I am.
Couple of iTunes reviews.
It's not really hard to prove your turtle is better than Raph. It's just not.
Stop.
Shots fired on our own podcast.
Yeah. A couple of iTunes
Ryan,
reviews.
defend your turtle.
Eric, I don't need to. He's great. Eric JH gave us 5 stars. Says it is great to hear Turtle fans talk turtles. They give good commentary on all TMNT news. I have been a Turtles fan for most of my life and love hearing from these guys. Thanks, Eric. We also got one from Adam Guerin, 5 stars. If you are a TMNT fan and love podcasts, if you're not listening or subscribing to this show, then you should be ashamed of yourself.
I agree.
Dang.
These guys,
I should be ashamed of myself.
These guys cover everything from comics, video games, and movies without forgetting the history and appreciation of the Turtles.
Take notes, Alan Jackson. This is
No, hey.
I'm just messing. No, this is good to hear, though. You should be ashamed of yourself if you're not listening to us.
Thank you so much, Adam. We really appreciate it. That's it for this episode of the Turtle Power Podcast.
Hey, guys, make sure to check us out on our official website, www.TurtlePowerPodcast.com.
Also, follow us on Twitter at TMNT Podcast.
You can follow me, Ryan, at FigDonPat.
Follow me, Alex, at arodriguez2005.
Follow me, Darby, at Darby T. Patton.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/TurtlePowerPodcast.
Make sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/TurtlePowerPodcast.
You can also share your feedback with us via old-fashioned email, turtlepowerpodcast@gmail.com.
Subscribe and rate us on iTunes.
And don't forget to subscribe and listen on Stitcher.
Song of the show, of course, OC Remix, Shell Shocked. It's going to be track 10, Making Turtle Soup, arranged by Dusk, composed by Mitsukushi Izumi. And the source is Battle, boss background music from Turtles in Time. Of course, Turtles 4.
Speaking of Turtles in Time, Kevin Smith, you use Raphael, I'll use Donnie. Let's see who lasts longer.
Bravo! Bravo. I think that's check and mate right there.
Thank you so much, everybody. make sure you subscribe.
Subscribe. You're doing so good.
I was trying to say subscribe and rate at the same time. Subscribe.
So good. The elongatedness of it.
Subscribe.
I was at the end. Come on, bro.
All right, no, we can pick it up from there. We can pick it up from there. I can edit it out. All right.
All right.
Subscribe and rate. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Brian, you want me to say it?
No, I have it fine. All right, you ready? Subscribe and rate us on iTunes. Damn it.
Alex, last one.
All right. I'm sorry. Let's do it again.